The human brain is an awe-inspiring organ. It stands as a testament to complexity and order. At its core lie billions of neurons, specialized cells that form the intricate network of our nervous system. These remarkable cells are responsible for everything we think, feel, and do. Understanding their origin and function is crucial to unraveling the mysteries of the mind. Neurons, unlike any other cells in our body, possess a unique ability to process information. They receive, transmit, and interpret signals that dictate our interactions with the world. This remarkable capability sets them apart from other cell types and raises profound questions about their evolutionary history. How did such complex and specialized cells arise from simpler ancestors? This remains a persistent question that evolutionary biologists grapple with. The intricate workings of neurons point to a higher level of organization and purpose. Their specialized structures and functions defy simplistic explanations, challenging the conventional understanding of how such sophistication could emerge through gradual evolutionary processes. The sheer complexity of these cells begs us to consider alternative explanations, pushing the boundaries of scientific inquiry. This essay delves into the fascinating world of neurons, exploring their unique characteristics and challenging the adequacy of evolutionary explanations for their origin. By examining the intricate design and irreducibly complex nature of these remarkable cells, we will uncover compelling evidence pointing towards intelligent design as a more plausible alternative. The human body is a marvel of intricate design, a symphony of diverse cells working in harmony. From the simple squamous cells lining our organs to the striated muscle cells that power our movements, each cell type plays a vital role. Yet, amidst this cellular tapestry, neurons stand out as truly exceptional. Consider the epithelial cells that form our skin and internal linings. These cells, tightly packed together, serve as protective barriers and regulate the passage of substances, or the bone cells, osteocytes, that build and maintain the skeletal framework, providing support and protection. Then there are the red blood cells, erythrocytes, constantly coursing through our veins, carrying oxygen to every corner of our body. Each cell type, with its unique structure and function, contributes to the overall well-being of the organism. Muscle cells, responsible for movement, exhibit a different kind of specialization. These elongated cells contain contractile proteins that allow them to shorten and generate force. Whether it's the bicep muscle that helps us lift a book, or the heart muscle that tirelessly pumps blood, these cells showcase the power of cellular specialization. However, none of these cell types can match the sheer complexity and sophistication of neurons. While other cells excel in their specific tasks, neurons are the masters of information processing. They receive information from the environment, transmitted across long distances, and relay instructions to other cells, coordinating responses and shaping our perception of the world. Evolutionary theory posits that all life on Earth shares a common ancestor. It suggests that complex organisms evolved gradually over millions of years through a process of natural selection acting on random mutations. While this theory has its merits in explaining the diversity of life, it faces significant challenges when applied to the origin of neurons. The evolutionary narrative struggles to explain the sudden appearance of these highly specialized cells in the fossil record. There are no known transitional forms, no proto-neurons that bridge the gap between simpler cells and the intricate structure of a neuron. This abrupt emergence of such complexity poses a significant challenge to the gradualistic view of evolution. Proponents of evolution propose that neurons evolved from simpler cells that acquired the ability to conduct electrical signals. They point to single-celled organisms like amoebas, which exhibit rudimentary forms of irritability, responding to stimuli in their environment. However, the chasm between this basic irritability and the sophisticated signal processing of a neuron is vast and remains unexplained. The intricate structure of a neuron with its specialized axons, dendrites, and synapses requires a coordinated suite of genes and proteins working in concert. The probability of these components arising simultaneously through random mutations and assembling themselves into a functional neuron is astronomically low. This improbable scenario raises serious doubts about the adequacy of evolutionary mechanisms to account for the origin of these remarkable cells. Sensory neurons are the sentinels of our nervous system, constantly gathering information from our surroundings and relaying it to the brain. These specialized neurons possess receptors that are exquisitely sensitive to specific stimuli, allowing us to perceive the world in all its richness and diversity. Consider the photoreceptor cells in our eyes, rods, and cones, which capture light and translate it into electrical signals that the brain interprets as images. These cells are marvels of miniaturization and efficiency, enabling us to perceive a vast spectrum of colors and navigate a world bathed in light. Then there are the mechanoreceptors in our skin, sensitive to touch, pressure, and vibration. These receptors allow us to feel the caress of a gentle breeze, the firmness of a handshake, and the texture of a fabric. They provide us with a tactile understanding of our environment, enabling us to interact with the world around us. Our sense of hearing relies on hair cells, specialized mechanoreceptors located in the inner ear. These remarkable cells detect the subtle vibrations of sound waves, converting them into electrical signals that the brain interprets as different pitches and volumes, allowing us to appreciate the nuances of language, music, and the world of sound. Each type of sensory neuron, with its unique receptors and signaling pathways, highlights the incredible specialization within the nervous system. The intricate design of these cells, fine-tuned to detect specific stimuli, points to a level of purposeful engineering that goes beyond the capabilities of random evolutionary processes. Section 5. Motor neurons orchestrating action. Motor neurons are the messengers of the nervous system, carrying commands from the brain and spinal cord to muscles and glands throughout the body. These commands, transmitted as electrical impulses, initiate a cascade of events that culminates in precise and coordinated movements. Imagine reaching for a glass of water. This seemingly simple action involves the intricate interplay of multiple muscle groups, all orchestrated by motor neurons. Signals originating in the brain's motor cortex travel down the spinal cord and branch out to the appropriate muscles in the arm, hand, and fingers. As the electrical impulse reaches the neuromuscular junction, the point where a motor neuron connects with a muscle fiber, it triggers the release of chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters bind to receptors on the muscle fiber, initiating a series of molecular events that ultimately lead to muscle contraction. The strength and duration of muscle contraction are finely regulated by the frequency of nerve impulses. A rapid barrage of signals from motor neurons results in a sustained and forceful contraction, while a slower rate of impulses produces a weaker and more controlled movement. This precise control over muscle activity allows us to perform a wide range of actions, from the delicate movements required for writing to the powerful contractions needed for lifting objects. The coordinated action of motor neurons, working in concert with sensory feedback, enables us to interact with our environment with precision and purpose. This intricate interplay between the nervous system and the muscular system highlights the remarkable efficiency and sophistication of our biological machinery. Section 6. Interneurons, the thinkers within. Interneurons, the most abundant type of neuron in the human brain, form the complex circuits that underlie our thoughts, emotions, and memories. These remarkable cells act as intermediaries between sensory and motor neurons, processing information, making decisions, and shaping our perception of the world. Unlike sensory neurons, which receive input from the external environment, or motor neurons, which send commands to muscles and glands, interneurons communicate primarily with other neurons. They form intricate networks within the brain and spinal cord, creating billions of connections that allow for rapid and sophisticated information processing. Some interneurons act as excitatory neurons, increasing the likelihood that the neurons they connect with will fire an action potential, the electrical signal that travels down a neuron's axon. Others function as inhibitory neurons, decreasing the likelihood of firing in their target neurons. This balance between excitation and inhibition is crucial for regulating neuronal activity and preventing runaway excitation, which can lead to seizures. Interneurons play a vital role in learning and memory. By strengthening or weakening connections between neurons, these cells contribute to the formation of neural pathways that encode our experiences and shape our future behavior. They are the architects of our memories, the sculptors of our thoughts, and the conductors of our emotions. The extraordinary complexity of interneuron networks, with their intricate patterns of connections and diverse signaling mechanisms, underscores the remarkable capabilities of the human brain. This intricate web of interconnected neurons, constantly buzzing with activity is a testament to the power of biological computation and the profound mystery of consciousness. Section 7. The Missing Link, an Evolutionary Roadblock. The origin of neurons remains one of the most perplexing mysteries in evolutionary biology. Despite decades of research, there are no convincing fossil intermediates that demonstrate a gradual transition from simpler cell types to the intricate structure of a neuron. This lack of transitional forms, often referred to as missing links, poses a significant challenge to the evolutionary narrative. Proponents of evolution argue that the fossil record is incomplete and that future discoveries will eventually reveal the missing links. However, the fact that such critical intermediates remain elusive, despite the abundance of fossils from other lineages, raises doubts about the validity of this argument. The complexity of a neuron, with its specialized structures like axons, dendrites, and synapses, requires a coordinated suite of genes and proteins working in concert. The probability of these components arising simultaneously through random mutations and assembling themselves into a functional neuron is astronomically low. Furthermore, the evolution of neurons would have required the simultaneous development of supporting structures and mechanisms such as ion channels, neurotransmitters, and signaling pathways. These components are essential for neuronal function and could not have evolved in isolation. The intricate interdependence of these structures points to an irreducibly complex system, one that challenges the gradualistic explanations offered by evolutionary theory. Section 8. A Symphony of Complexity. The Case for Design. The intricate design of neurons with their specialized structures and coordinated functions points to a level of complexity that defies simplistic evolutionary explanations. The sheer improbability of such a sophisticated system arising through random mutations and natural selection leads us to consider alternative explanations, such as intelligent design. Just as a complex machine, like a watch or a computer, requires an intelligent designer, the intricate machinery of a neuron suggests a purposeful arrangement of its parts. The coordinated function of its components, from the ion channels that regulate electrical signals to the neurotransmitters that facilitate communication between neurons, points to a blueprint, a plan that transcends the capabilities of random processes. The argument for design does not deny the role of natural processes in shaping life on Earth. Natural selection, acting on pre-existing variations, can undoubtedly lead to changes within a species over time. However, it is inadequate to explain the origin of fundamentally new structures and functions, such as those found in neurons. The concept of intelligent design posits that certain features of the natural world are best explained as the product of an intelligent cause, rather than an undirected process like natural selection. This view is not based on religious faith, but on a careful examination of the evidence and an inference to the best explanation. Section 9. Beyond the reach of chance, the intricacy of the nervous system. The human nervous system, a marvel of biological engineering, stands as a testament to the exquisite complexity and interconnectedness of life. This intricate network of billions of neurons, each capable of forming thousands of connections, allows us to perceive the world, think, learn, and experience a vast range of emotions. Consider the process of vision, where light entering our eyes is transformed into a cascade of electrical and chemical signals that travel through a complex network of neurons, ultimately reaching the visual cortex at the back of the brain. Here, these signals are decoded and interpreted, allowing us to perceive the world in all its richness and diversity. Or think about the act of reading, where symbols on a page are translated into meaningful words and sentences, triggering a symphony of neuronal activity in different regions of the brain, responsible for language comprehension, memory recall, and emotional processing. This complex interplay of neuronal networks allows us to access vast stores of information, make connections, and expand our understanding of the world. The sheer intricacy of the nervous system, with its highly specialized cells, intricate wiring diagrams, and complex signaling mechanisms, points to a level of organization and coordination that defies simplistic explanations. It suggests a blueprint, a master plan guiding the development and function of this remarkable system. To argue that such a sophisticated system arose solely through random mutations and natural selection is to ignore the overwhelming evidence of purposeful design. The intricate interplay of its parts, the elegance of its solutions, and the sheer improbability of its existence all point to a cause that transcends the limitations of chance and necessity. Section 10. Conclusion, Intelligent Design. A compelling explanation. The origin of neurons remains one of the most challenging and unsolved mysteries in evolutionary biology. The lack of transitional forms, the irreducible complexity of their structure, and the sheer improbability of their evolution through random processes all cast doubt on the adequacy of neo-Darwinian explanations. While evolutionary theory has its merits in explaining variation within species, it falls short when confronted with the origin of fundamentally new and complex structures like neurons. The intricate design of these cells, with their specialized functions and coordinated interactions, points towards a purposeful arrangement, a blueprint that transcends the capabilities of random mutations and natural selection. The concept of intelligent design, while often misconstrued as a religious argument, provides a more compelling explanation for the origin of neurons. It acknowledges the limitations of random processes and recognizes the need for an intelligent cause to account for the complexity and sophistication observed in the natural world. The intricate machinery of a neuron, with its coordinated components and awe-inspiring capabilities, stands as a testament to the power of intelligent design. It challenges us to look beyond simplistic explanations and embrace the possibility of a purposeful force shaping the tapestry of life. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the brain and the intricate workings of neurons, we uncover more evidence pointing towards the elegance and ingenuity of a design that transcends the limitations of chance and necessity. The quest to understand the origin of neurons is not just a scientific endeavor. It's a journey into the very essence of life, consciousness, and the profound mystery of our own existence.